Menggerakkan kamu
dan kamu. Pertamina, energizing you.
Iklan Popmi, stuck gitu-gitu aja.
Popmi, ransel, Popmi.
Biar seru nggak keputus, Popmi dus. Topping cangki sama gurihnya itu sob. Beuh. Yuk sob, sikat Popmi. Seru terus kuy.
Hydro Coco. Why choose Hydro Coco?
Healthy, taste good.
Rasakan manfaat air kelapa asli untuk bantu jaga imun tubuh.
We choose Hydro Coco.
Real coconut water. Hydro Coco. Why choose Hydro Coco?
Healthy, taste good.
Rasakan manfaat air kelapa asli untuk bantu jaga imun tubuh.
We choose Hydro Coco.
Real coconut water.
Ada sebuah cerita tentang mereka yang bangkit dari keterpurukan, melawan keterbatasan, merajut karya untuk berdaya bersama, membuka jalan kemudahan dan rasa percaya akan masa depan. Di tengah tantangan, mereka suarakan harapan, bergerak untuk perubahan. IndiHome, aktivitas tanpa batas.
Selamat datang di sebuah pengalaman perjalanan baru Indonesia bersama InJourney. Terbang bersama kami untuk melihat pariwisata Indonesia. Sirkuit internasional, bentang alam, ragam atraksi budaya, produk lokal asli Indonesia, warisan budaya, keamanan dan kenyamanan. InJourney membawa kerambahan Indonesia ke dunia.
Indonesia's Next Top Model Cycle 3, Sabtu dan Minggu, jam 7 malam.
Berani melawan keterbatasan demi memberitakan kebenaran. Terus berjalan menghadapi perubahan, berinovasi menjawab tantangan zaman. Menjadi tempat informasi terpercaya yang cepat, berimbang, dan akurat. Tak sekadar memberi wawasan, namun juga membuka pikiran. Orang cerdas membaca tuntas hanya di detik.com.
Yes,
Woohoo!
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to IESF 14 World Esports Championship Bali 2022. Merusakan Nusa Dua, make some noise!
Everyone is hyped for the third final, the third
Exactly.
match in this Earth Stage Series.
Exactly, we're gonna have the grand final for the eFootball 2023. Right.
This is so interesting because we have two teams here. We have two nationalities here, Team Indonesia and Team Argentina.
Exactly, they have met before. And now it's time for the second time, maybe. They
That's
meet
right.
each other again.
And they fought really well on the final upper bracket. But Indonesia, they secure the first grand final slot. And after that, Argentina, they fought from lower bracket. And right now, they meet again in the grand final.
Exactly, so join us. Join us together. Please gather around. If you are still in near Nerusaka, you can come along. And if you watch on the live stream, you can watch us in Twitch at IESF_TV3. And you can watch it at our YouTube channel. We have at PBSI or PBSI.
And the last one, YouTube, garudaku.esi. So,
Exactly.
please comment below who's gonna win in this grand final of eFootball. Because everyone is really good. I
Yeah,
saw the hype over there on the
Yes.
air stage. Because we are not only having the earth stage, but also we have air stage and then fire stage.
And also-
ice stage.
Exactly, so we have a lot of stages. But right now, in the Earth stage, we will gonna have the grand final of eFootball 2023. So, without further ado, let's invite both teams to join us on the Earth stage.
Let's go.
So, everybody, please welcome Team Indonesia and Team Argentina.
Make some noise for Team Indonesia, Elga! And make some noise for Team Argentina with Ray!
Wow! Both nationalities, Indonesia versus Argentina.
Yes, and we cannot forget they fought really well in final upper bracket while they got score 2-1.
Yes.
So it's really close. And the fist bomb.
Wow.
This is
A sportsmanship, yeah?
sportsmanship, yes, for both of the players.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Earth stage.
Exactly. Welcome to the Earth stage. This is gonna be the biggest outdoor event as well in IESF 14 World Esports Championship 2022.
Yeah.
Enjoy the match. They will have their battle in this grand stage of the Earth stage.
Yeah, so please gather up for this grand final match for these two teams, these two Indonesian and also Argentina. They will, oh my God, I cannot wait.
Yes.
What are they gonna pick and what are they gonna use for the format?
Yeah.
Or for the formation.
Exactly.
The formation, yeah.
The formation, exactly. Which team or the formation will they choose and how many score will they go at? Wow, it's so amazing today. And we believe we will be accompanied by two of the casters.
Oh.
Right. Hello, casters. Hi,
Oh,
guys.
I think they're ready there.
Wow, we have Fierita Catalano and also
Oh,
Stewart
wow.
Weasley. Hello.
Okay, before we are going to the caster, I want to take the hype here.
Wow, wow.
So, I want to see and I want to hear for the supporter for Indonesia. Make some noise, Indonesia!
How about Argentina?
Argentina!
Wow, there's a lot of fans here in Merusakan Nusa Dua, Bali. So we are very excited to watch the match as soon as possible. The grand final of eFootball 2023 in IESF 14 World Esports Bali 2022.
Between Indonesia and
Argentina! We'll give it up to our casters!
Please!
Thank you very much. We are very happy to be here. We finally arrived to the Earth stage. We finally arrived to the grand final. And welcome, Weza FC from the UK.
I feel like we're drifting apart from one another. I feel like we've drifted apart these last few days. And as such, we are across the table from each other. It is a very good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are viewing it. If you're a local or you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, we welcome you in for the grand final of World Esports Championships in 2022.
Yes, and this amazing festival can be done because there are some big people, some great people saying, you know what, we will do the most big and most important esports festival in the world. Isn't it true?
They have indeed. They have brought everybody to the party. A big thank you to our sponsors who have sponsored the 14th edition of the World Esports Championships. We have wonderful Indonesia, Kemen Porter, NOC, Kony, our main principal sponsor, the JHL Group. We're also sponsored by JHL Auto, NusaPay, DIS, Gungdan Crypto, Taiwan Excellence, Pertamina, Hydro Coco, Plossa, Sofel, Antis. The list goes on and on. You've got Telkomsel, you've got Central Cargo, IndiHome, HIN, the Episode Hotel, the Merusaka Nusa Dua Hotel, which now finally, under the lights, you can see the complete spectacle that is behind us.
It's amazing.
And then, of course, in terms of esport broadcast partners, we've got Mineski Global, the Indonesian Football E-League, the ESID. We have our production partners, Lemon ID, and, of course, our media partners. Of course, they will bring it to you across all of these channels. We have Trans2Ju, Deticom, Esport.id, Video.com, Dunia Games, Dens TV, Dens Play, Meloputir, Bodascore, and Kami Bijak. And now, we will get to see the final.
Yes, and you know what? For people watching at home, we don't have a green screen. We are just here at the venue. We're just here at Bali, at wonderful Indonesia. If you catch my accent, it's not really a London accent. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. So I must say, I'm not so impartial here. There is an Argentinian in the final. Está Rey Molina en la final, señores!
It's fantastic to see, and as you can hear, and as we heard from the hosts, again, a fantastic job for them to lead us into here. You can hear the difference in the crowd. It's a 50-50 split. It's finally that little bit of a needle, as we say in the UK.
Somos locales otra vez.
And as we will see here, there is only one game on the schedule today, or at least for this last broadcast. It is a best-of-5 series. It is the host nation, Indonesia, versus, I would say, arguably for me, the surprise package of the South American side of things in Argentina. What a game we have in store.
Yes, and these two had already crossed. You know, the Indonesia player was undefeated. He didn't lost a game before crossing Rey Molina. It was Rey Molina the one who won over him in one match, and this is becoming a very important match, my friends.
Indeed, it is the last battle. And as our host said, which, again, fantastic research by our host.
Yeah,
they told you about it. The winners of the semi-final bracket were Indonesia. They took the game 2-1. It took them to a third game, but Ray, as you can see, the head-to-head here, you can see the average of goals quite close to one another. As you can see, Indonesia's numbers a little bit skewed as they did come in to only the main event final stage, being the host nation. But boy, have they proved themselves here.
Yes, they did. They won every match except that one that was won by Rey Molina by a huge difference. Excellent play. He had no trouble at all wiping the European champion. And of course, on the other hand, is Rey Molina. He also wiped the Turkish player, which is the sub-European, the sub-champion from Europe.
Yeah, the runner-up of the European Open. Yeah, fantastic performance earlier on today.
See the stats.
And you'll see player spotlight in terms of really narrowing down the numbers here. You can see possession-wise over these last 3 brackets of games that we have seen from Indonesia. You can see he likes to have the ball, which is a great sign if you're a fan of Indonesia. If you are in the crowd, it's the first time you've ever seen a game of eFootball. You are in for a real treat here, and we will run you through every single kick.
Yes, and you know, for the final being this big, for the final having an Indonesian player at Indonesia, I think that we have a wonderful setting,
absolutely,
a wonderful night. This place is packed. We are here by the beach, by the pools, in a wonderful place. There is people that just came here to see this match. And there is also, as you said, a lot of athletes from Argentina. Yesterday, the CSGO, the female edition, had sub-champion, second place in the world for Argentina's ladies. So they are there also rooting for Rey Molina. This is a very, very special match.
Absolutely, and of course you talk about other nations. I can spot a few from our gantry point. I believe I can spot the back of Bahrain. I can see the white cap of Brazil.
Of course.
I can see both of them players in the crowd. And again, this talks about these players. They will all come and watch. Netherlands are in the building. There's so many teams here that will come and watch this game to see who comes and finishes off. And as you can see, a packed house. We can see drums, which is fantastic to see. I cannot wait for the atmosphere that is going to build. The more tense these games become, especially with the lights down and the game on, as we see now, we are going to get into game number 1 as the lights come down and as we find out the focus will come onto this game.
Now, of course, people is watching at home. People is seeing to Bayern Munich. Yes, for those of us just arriving to the competition, the players must choose the licensed teams. So in this case, both of them picked Bayern Munich. As this is the first match, the player that comes in the upper bracket, that's the winner's bracket, will have the advantage of doing the kickoff in matches 1, 3 and 5 if we reach it.
If we do get there, indeed. Indonesia have home field advantage. They are going from left to right on your screen as you see it. They will be playing in red. And Argentina will be in white from right to left.
In this match.
In this match, of course. As you'll see these games progress, if they stay both teams with Bayern Munich, of course we will keep you across it and we'll keep you up to date on who is who. Because again, even as a commentary team, it can be sometimes a little bit difficult. As a fan at home, you'll be wanting to see exactly what happens here and keep up to date with everything that you will see here.
And I want to give a big shout out to everybody at YouTube, everybody at Twitch, la gente de Argentina ahí presente, for everybody here at Indonesia, of course. Thank you for being there. Thank you for sharing. Gracias por compartir esta transmisión, amigos.
And I have said this before, but this has a really big fight feel. The lights are low, the sun is down in Indonesia, and we are about to be off and running. Here we go. It is the grand final. It is a best of 5 to remind you. You need 3 victories from the 5 games and you will be grand champion of the World Esports Championships.
In the prize pool, there is $12,000 for the winner, $8,000 for the runner-up. In the red shirt, from left to right is Indonesia. On the white shirts, from right to left, it's Argentina.
Here is Marusic, and Indonesia looking to just maybe have a look at what they've got going forward here. It's Leroy Sané to Marcel Sabitzer, the Austrian, looking to make his way through. Nice tackle from Argentina. They take the ball clear.
Yeah, good defending.
Good defending. Can a counter-attack be made here? It's Joshua Kimmich looking forward, and the Kimmich for Indonesia takes it away. Here's Sabitzer. Sabitzer looking to play the ball in. Finds in towards Sadio Mane. Only chance for Indonesia. Great save!
Great save. It was one-on-one on the small box, but it was no trouble for the Argentinian player to save that ball. And here he comes. He wants to make his attack worst. No, better, not worst.
Yeah, he definitely wants it better in this moment. As we see Sadio Mane looking to build it once more. Sabitzer to Tel, to Sané. Has men over in the middle should he want to use them. Sané turns back. Looks to try and find a ball into the middle. It's Leon Goretzka, the German, to Mane. Oh, it's just wide of the post.
Whoa. That was near. That was near, my friend.
You can see the aggression from Indonesia, the intent to take this first game. Of course, as we say, it is always critical and it is the most important to put your best foot forward and get the first game of the series under your belt.
There is 2 things that are important in this game. One is patience and the other one is accuracy.
Patience and accuracy, most indeed. The 2 most valuable pieces of information you'll need here as the ball goes through towards Kingsley Coman. Coman rolls through. Goal for Argentina, potentially good save for the goalkeeper. And Hernandez will clear it. And Indonesia will have their first attack that they have had to defend.
Yes, and now things are starting to level up. It was a good attack by Rey Molina. Some of here expected the crossing. It was a shoot to target.
Sometimes you have to take those gambles, and now would be the time. Here's Sadio Mane. Leon Goretzka has players in the middle. One of them's Mane. Chance was there. It was deflected, but it was deflected back into an Indonesian foot, and it has gone for a goal kick.
So here are the first 16 virtual minutes. A match is kind of balanced.
Certainly is. Here's Sadio Mane, though, looking for a ball through the centre. It's cleared away by Lucas Hernandez. It's forward towards Eric Choupo-Moting, who wins it down. Such is physicality, so important in uniform stats mode. As we see Kimmich looking for a through ball, can't quite get it to Choupo-Moting. He was caught on his heels a little bit. The man 1-0 will gobble that ball up.
Yes, he tried to do something different, something unorthodox. He went by the middle of the pitch. The pass went nowhere, but now he recovered the ball. Here's Ray Molina.
Ball forward, Thomas Muller in towards Joshua Kimmich. Kingsley Coman, quick feet from the Frenchman, rolls the ball into the box, but Upamecano will take it clear. Goretzka, this is just threatening to turn into a football match, as it is turning into a little bit of a battle and a scrap in the middle of midfield. Goretzka in towards Choupo-Moting. Joshua Kimmich, ball is cleared away once more. Sadio Mane, Sabitzer in towards Sadio Mane. Mane has Tell in the middle if he wants to use him. Goalkeeper's on rushing. Ball goes to Tell. Tell! Goal for Indonesia!
And it was a very good attack. He wanted to make the first hit, and boy, he did. The goalkeeper couldn't get that ball, couldn't make a foul, couldn't stop the game. And that's why at 27 minutes we have Indonesia 1, Argentina 0.
Deadlock broken, and you would say a little bit of an error here, bringing the goalkeeper all the way out of goal. We did say earlier on in the game against Argentina and Turkey, if you're going to play Manuel Neuer in goal, you have to be committed one way or the other. He will come out and charge on his own, but you have to lean into it. But that is a risk you take.
Yeah, I think it was a risk well taken. You know, you have to do that.
Yeah,
sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Great coldness from Indonesia, from Elga to pop that ball into the back of the net, gives himself an early first half lead, as we have a little bit of a marathon of eFootball potentially on its way. But as we have seen before, Argentina with that bulldog mentality will not let this game go.
Argentina just shot once a target. He needs to be able to get those shots coming.
Indeed, it's Sabitzer to Tell in towards Mane. Mane, what can he do here? Finds Leroy Sané into Sabitzer. Sabitzer across to Mane. Has a double touch and try and take it around defender. Free kick
It's
given.
a foul. It's a foul.
Just on the edge of the box in prime real estate.
This is the dangerous free kick for Indonesia.
Indeed, if they have some tricks up their sleeve, they may employ them here. As we see Joshua Kimmich standing over the ball. Kimmich lining it up. Careful of that fixed trajectory free kick that we've seen so many times. What's going to happen here? It's a roll under the wall. Oh, it's just gone wide. It was the percentage play. Just wasn't quite enough bend on it. Goes under the wall. There is normally a draft excluder that you would like to have there, but sadly, Argentina do not want that present, but they get away with one.
Do you know the spider that sleeps at that goal was awakened?
Indeed, he was. Here's Eric Choupo-Moting looking to win it down. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich to Kingsley Coman. In towards Kimmich. Into Choupo-Moting. Takes his feet down, takes his foot down, takes the ball down.
He went for the
Can't get
penalty.
there.
He went for the penalty. He didn't get it.
He didn't get it. He didn't get the commitment of the Indonesian defender. Here is Tell.
These two players start to know each other.
They certainly do. Tell into Sané. Sané looking into the box. Good ball in. Bit of a dangerous curve on it into that corridor of uncertainty, but it's cleared away, but it's given straight back to Indonesia. Here is Sabitzer looking to Leroy Sané. Sané takes a dummy, steps to shoot. Well, steps to at least cross and try and dummy into the box, but nothing was there.
It was a good crossing now. Indonesia recovers the ball.
They've been very good at this, Indonesia, in terms of recovery of the ball, as Marcel Sabitzer finds his way in, looks to take it around the goalkeeper. Big save. Ball is not cleared though. Sané back towards Tell. Oh, it's great defending from Argentina.
What was the goalkeeper doing, Weza?
He was trying to chase down that ball and close down the angle, and he did enough because they got away with one. Argentina again. In these types of environments, in grand finals, you have to ride your luck just a little bit.
And this may be the last play of this half. He comes, Ray Molina.
Ball could potentially go into the box from Goretzka. Goretzka towards the back post. Neuer claws it out of thin air.
It was a good try. He tried to lift the ball. He tried to make a different kind of play.
He did indeed.
So I think this 1-0, it's an even result. Nobody can say this is an unfair result, because it was Indonesia the one having most of the situations and making better use of the situations.
Absolutely, they were clinical. They were clinical in what they had. They were clinical. As you'll see the two game plans either side of your screen, you'll see these minute changes. And for those who may be watching at home, letting viewers in, my parents may be watching this, they're making, well, why are they making these changes? Well, the good news is they will be making these minute changes. These players will have certain traits, characteristics that you'll need in certain positions of the field, and every move will count double against your opponent. And here is Ryan Gravenberch.
The Argentinian goalkeeper went outside the box 2 times.
He does indeed, but as you can see, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, one down on defensive just momentarily from Indonesia, just to secure, as we said, that kick-off kind of situation, to save yourself. No, play on, it will go.
Let's see, it's 4 against 4.
Double touch, he's got players in front. Joshua Kimmich looks to roll the ball into Choupo-Moting, but again, caught on his heels, not quite anticipating the ball was coming. And instead, Goretzka will mop it up. Here's Stanisic.
He needs a little bit more precision on the attack side. He's losing the ball on the 3/4 of the pitch, and that's why Indonesia is winning this game.
Indeed, he has to tie it up in the attacking third as Sane looks to impose his will. Mane, beautiful back heel into a Tel! 2 goals to 0 for Indonesia!
And what we learn in this tournament is that you don't want to have Tel with space at the front of your box, because Tel is a very, very tough attacker in this game. Tel will mark once and again and will shoot once and again. And you can hear the chant, Indonesia, Indonesia.
There's that hashtag Indo Pride that we have heard so much about while we have been in Bali in Indonesia. And it is certainly coming to the fore here with the local crowd. We can hear them, we can see flags waving, we can hear drums. They are adding to that environment. And again, as we talk about it, if you are the home nation, you're the home representative, and you have your countrymen and women coming to support you, it gives you that little bit of an emotional boost.
Of course. And we are playing here to the best of 5.
Indeed.
You need 3 matches, 3 matches won to be able to go away with this tournament.
And for the avoidance of doubt, if they end in draws, they go straight to penalty kicks.
Yes.
So, as we see here, 2 goals to 0 up are Indonesia. They have the driver's seat here. Although Argentina will look to try and address that balance, but it's Joshua Kimmich that will take the ball away.
He's a little bit imprecise in the passing in this area of
forward again.
pitch.
Thomas Muller. If Argentina can tidy it up a little bit, they may pose a threat. Here's Choupo-Moting, wins it in transition. Joshua Kimmich looking to shape to shoot, forces the save from Indonesia, and here's a corner.
A good shot, unexpected. Everybody was expecting the pass. He went for the goal, and the ball goes to the corner kick.
He does indeed. A little bit more into the corner, and Kimmich may have found the back of the net, but he will go to a corner. Argentina have this chance here. Indonesia have to clear the ball. It's Upamecano who clears it away. Here's Tel, he's won it back fairly, says the referee. Tel into Sabitzer.
Good recovery of the ball.
Good challenge and good recovery of the football. Here is Dayot Upamecano, the Frenchman at the back. Ball inside here, looking towards Kimmich, looking for Choupo-Moting again though. Snuffed out by Indonesia. We have seen almost an old school style of play, but sometimes old school is better than what you need it to be. As we see Choupo-Moting looking in on goal. Brilliant step over. Oh, it's into the roof of the net.
Argentina! Rey Molina says, Indonesia 2, Argentina 1.
He needed that goal. That is a big, big goal in the complexion of this game. Now we will see what is the mentality of Indonesia. Will they close things down? Will they start to regress and kind of pull themselves back, be a little bit more conservative? Or are we going to see Argentina go all guns blazing here and try and push on for that equaliser? Again, they will only need 1 goal in this scenario to get to a penalty kick shootout at the end of this game.
Yeah, that's true.
But of course, Indonesia, if they keep it as this, they will take game 1.
Substitution on the field. What a beautiful match we have here.
We have indeed. Here's Indonesia's kick-off here. Here's Dayot Upamecano out to Stanisic. Stanisic to Ryan Gravenberch. In towards Tel. Tel to Musiala. Musiala has options. One of them's Mane. He's played the little give and go. Tried to get it past to Mane, but instead it's cleared forward to Argentina. Argentina on the charge here with Sadio Mane. Here's Leon Goretzka. Goretzka to Tel. Tel looking wide. Gets the ball back to Thomas Muller. The ball is cleared away again.
Yes, and he doesn't gamble the ball. He only makes a pass if he's sure somebody's going to take that ball. Perhaps, maybe it's something he learned from the Turkish player.
Again, at these tournaments, you'll pick up little characteristics, you'll pick up little tricks and tells that you can use, beg the pardon the pun, as we've seen Tell be so damaging in this tournament, but you'll be able to pick up lessons from other opponents. Again, and nations who may have been already knocked out in this tournament have something to learn here too. What do these play styles look like? What are their key characteristics? What can I do to improve my game? As we're seeing two very high-level players here, but a very different school of thought from each team.
So it's Indonesia in the red shirts, Argentina in the white shirts. This is the first match.
Breaks free kindly. Sadio Mane, sides of the cross. It's Leon Goretzka. Oh, it's on the post.
En el palo pega la pelota. Se lamenta Rey Molina. He can't believe how the post said no, no, no.
You can hear the groans in the crowd as that has been hit. It's as close to being a football game at this point in time. It has that feel. Again, it's fantastic to cast within this environment, as we'll see. Not long left, 15 in-game minutes plus a little bit of stoppage time left to come. So the header goes out of play, and it is an Indonesia ball, which is something that they will like at this stage of the game. Again, in terms of game management, where do you start to employ it? Do you employ it now? Do you start to try and spoil the game a little bit? Do you keep that clock ticking? Or do you try and take that third goal, really take the game away from Argentina?
So we're here at wonderful Indonesia, Bali, the island of gods. It's paradise.
Indeed it is. And there's a little bit of paradise waiting for these two teams. We saw the trophy in the interlude. It's in towards Choupo-Moting. Takes it around the goalkeeper. Surely a tap in!
Whoa!
And you can see the reaction in the live crowd. They have gone bananas here in Indonesia.
And this is what we call que golazo, really. Golazo, an excellent goal. It's just to be framed on the wall, you know.
Yeah, it's like you could put it in a gallery in terms of the composure that we saw to find the right pass and to know the goalkeeper's on rushing and to just tap it past the goalkeeper. Again, it's an underrated skill to have, but you'll see the coolness. Just takes it around the goalkeeper, knows the side's coming in, has an empty goal to shoot at. It's, as we said, it's an early Christmas present for Indonesia, and they look to be taking game one slowly but surely.
And if you were Rey Molina, are you taking the goalkeeper out again after two goals? If I was, he was kind of looking what happened at his goal.
If I was Rey Molina, I'd be looking at Allright, or in Allright, the substitute goalkeeper, because as we've mentioned so many times, if you are brand new to eFootball at home, these cards or these players will have
balanced.
individual, well, their uniform stats for one, but in second, they also have their own play styles, they have their own characteristics. Neuer is an offensive goalkeeper, which he loves to rush out. Ulrich does not have that temperament, and that's why we've seen him be employed against other teams. But as you'll see, 10 minutes left to go here. Indonesia are on the hill in this game, and they can potentially take game number one here.
And for now, it's a very fair result because it was Indonesia having most of the situations. But now comes Rey Molina. He is very, very stubborn when it comes to keep trying and keep trying.
Absolutely, he's going to keep going. He has that bulldog mentality, but Indonesia have got ice in their veins, even though that pressure and that ability is going to keep going here.
Listen to the drums, be careful, viene Rey Molina!
Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity that just goes by the wayside.
Good save by the keeper. It's 3-1 for Indonesia. If you just tuned in, we are playing to the best of 5 matches.
Again, it is the best of 5. You win 3, you are the World Esports Champion for eFootball 2023 as the ball is punched clear. You can see both pressures have changed here. All-out defence on one side, all-out attack on the other. It pushes players forward, it leaves gaps, but if you're a defensive or if you're an ultra or all-out defensive, that means you are essentially parking that big red bus. Beautiful back heel. Into the box it goes, and it's cleared away once more.
Good defending in the central part of the defense by Indonesia. Both of his players have taken out everything.
The ball is going to be cleared away here. And this looks like it will be going game number 1. We'll be going to the hosts, Indonesia, as there'll be not enough time on the clock to get both goals back here. So Indonesia, again, providing that clinical edge that you need. As Ray Molina comes on the attack once more, it's cleared away, and there is game number 1. It is in the books, and it goes the way of the hosts.
It's Indonesia on the lead. The first of eventual 5 matches goes to the host nation. It's Indonesia 1, Argentina 0. Here it's Helga, the Indonesian player.
Indeed. And as we said previously, if you didn't catch us talking about Elga the other day on the previous live streams, he's exceeded his level just to represent Indonesia.
Exactly.
He's not even considered the most favourable in terms of the play style, but he's exceeded his play style to get to here, and now he's took it up another level.
And they are both looking at the trophy. Look at that trophy. This is beautiful.
Absolutely ginormous trophy to take home.
Amazing, an amazing
You may need to buy additional luggage weight if you're taking that home with you.
So this was the first match. I think that the first match was perhaps the dream match for the Indonesian player, because he was able to do most of his game. I think he may just sweat a little bit when Ray Molina scored, but during the whole match, he was at ease. He was being able to pursue his game without any problem.
Absolutely. Well, we've seen it from Turkey previously in terms of that ice-cold mentality. And you spoke to me about what's your secret tip that you would have for players. It's keeping your cool under pressure. And again, I can only imagine pressure of playing in front of your countrymen and women on a grand stage, and then being able to put your best foot forward and to put your game plan to great your use, as we'll look through the highlights here. And again, as you said, it was, again, there were chances for both teams. We say that a lot because, again, we sometimes forget that we'll look at the scoreline, we'll say, oh, it was 3-1, but you'll look back at the chance here. Again, coolness to find the cut across. Some players may have panicked. If you see an on-rushing goalkeeper, you may just panic. Again, a little bit of trickery at the free kick, just goes wide of the post, but again, it looked to be all Indonesia.
But look at the highlights. We're seeing once and again attacks made by Indonesia.
Absolutely, it was a great back heel to Tell. Found his way around the corner. And again, it looked as though Indonesia were in real control, and then started to potentially come back the other way. It was a good save, and Ray started to put a little bit of kind of rubber to the road and started to get his game plan going. As we'll see, ball going in there. Brilliant little step over. Even though the manual keeper was there, still managed to put enough on it to get into the back of the net. Fast touches, fast strikes, good crossing, was all there. So the tools are there for Ray Molina, and the tools are there for Argentina to potentially get themselves back into this game.
Yes, he had it on the post.
But this was the goal for me. It's that coolness to just knock it past the goalkeeper and just roll it into the back of the net.
Amazing.
Fantastic coolness under pressure.
That's amazing. So we will have to see, will Ray Molina punish his goalkeeper and sending him to the bench? What do you think?
Grab a bib, put it on, sit on the bench, don't come back. Don't come back. That's what you want. If you're Ray Molina, you find the change, and you then take those lessons from that first game and learn from it in game 2. The definition of insanity is if you try the same thing over and over again and expect a different result.
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
it's there. Let's also look at the stats here.
You need to change your stuff.
Indonesia, critically, 8 shots to Argentina's 5. And you can see, didn't need the lion's share of possession. It was relatively even, but you would say as we said before, the protagonist in the story was Indonesia. They were pushing the issue, but Ray has got points there that he can use, and if he can just scrub up those last opportunities, we could be in for a very exciting game too.
Yeah, and he also was very good at the interceptions. I think that the 2 central players in the defense were a key point for how and why could Indonesia keep his goal almost closed. Almost closed.
Well, we've heard it before from the Twitch chat and from the YouTube chat. We have heard it from people before. Defense wins championships, and that may just prove to be the point here as we have a look at our live crowd waiting for game number 2 to kick off. And again, I had a glance over my shoulder when that 3rd Indonesia goal went in, and they were just jumping for joy. As you'll see, they are anticipating it. Everyone with their phones out trying to check.
Some of the people we're seeing are part of the teams. I see part of the Argentinian CSGO players that got this 2nd place in the competition against the favorite Poland.
see top right of your corner, you can see Saudi Arabia's
Argentina.
coach Mid-Nasser in the building, just observing what's going on here again. But as you can see, there are vocal support for both teams here. It's not as so much of a home crowd as you think. As I said, it's more of a football match. There is a home support and there is an away support here.
Exactly. And look, everybody is watching the phones to see also the match closer. And you want to see the player, you want to see the stage, you want to hear the ambience. Everything is part of this wonderful experience of the International Esports Federation. I'm really happy to be here. I want to thank once again everybody involved in this tournament, because this was an amazing opportunity for those of us who love video games.
Absolutely. This is almost a video game player's playground as we go to game number 2. I would imagine that both teams are not going to change. No, I'm not. It's Bayern Munich. And at this stage, you wouldn't change. If you played all of the last couple of days, if you played all week with the same team, you're not going to deviate from here. But to keep score here, Argentina will now go from left to right in red. Indonesia will go from... Sorry, no, I've even got that wrong. I got my left and my rights confused. Argentina from left to right in the red. Indonesia are right to left in the white.
Exactly, that's it.
There we go.
Argentina in the red, Indonesia in the white. For this second match, we're playing to the best of 5.
And this is now today's lineup.
As we'll see the lineups come in here, we'll see just how these teams will shape up.
He kept Neuer in the starting 11.
Interesting that is the ploy. If you are that confident in your goalkeeper, that's great. But if there are errors that still plague him here, and these are the opportunities that Indonesia take, it's 2-0 down in the series, and he's only got one more shot at it. But we have 90 in-game minutes to look and see if he can control his goalkeeper's temperament, if he can stop him from rushing out of goal.
Perhaps he can put a rope on him. Something like that.
Certainly. Or as we said yesterday, use those concrete boots and just keep him in goal.
Well, but look where the defense stands on the right of your screen.
They want them as far back as possible because that will be the team's default position when the game kicks off.
Yeah,
so once that game kicks off, rather than as you've alluded to already, where the players don't behave in a certain way in kickoff, instead they'll start to retreat backwards, as you'll see already. They're able to counter-attack that almost kickoff situation as Leon Goretzka will lead off the attack here. Here is Marcel Sabitzer. Here is Tel. Tel to Sane. Has players in the middle if he elects to use them. One of them is Tel. It's Upamecano that takes it clear though. Joshua Kimmich wins it back.
So is Argentina with the red shirts. Argentina needs to win this match.
There's that attacking diamond as we've spoken about before, but Indonesia will nullify it. Here is Leon Goretzka to Sabitzer, to Tel, into Mane. Mane has a runner. Great block there from Argentina.
It's difficult to dribble against Indonesia.
It is indeed. They will make it so much more difficult. Here's Goretzka to Tel. Tel in towards Sane. Oh, it's off the post.
Whoa.
Big opportunity goes by the wayside for Indonesia.
I saw people grabbing their heads.
Frustration. Here is Tel. Tel into Mane. Mane has options once more. It's a Tel who makes that run again. There's a bit of an outnumbering here. Sabitzer is knocked away for an Indonesia corner.
Indonesia is pressing once again. Every time Indonesia gets hold of the ball, the pressure starts right away. He doesn't spare even 1 second.
Leaves you out of breath. He leaves you with no time to think. And again, as we said before, eFootball, if you are new to this game, it is almost the thinking game in terms of a chess match, especially at this level. Here is Leroy Sane, clears the way to Sanasic.
I like to call it chess with skills.
Yeah, chess with skills and a bit of flair thrown in for good measure. Here's Marusic forward to Goretzka. Here's Sabitzer, Indonesia looking to promote and pose opportunity. Sane! What a goal!
What a goal!
And you'll see it once more. The flags are waving here in Indonesia. It's 1-0. It's a Trivela from Leroy Sane that gives Indonesia the lead.
It was an amazing goal. Here we have the families of the players, friends of the players, supporters, sponsors. Everybody is here looking at this match.
Number 10.
You hear the song start. It's a beautiful piece of skill. It's that controlled shot. But as we said, in terms of weak foots and strong foots, what will these players go with? Some of these players do have kind of outside foot or outside curler as a player trait, and that is something you can use within eFootball to great effect.
For those that don't play this game, it's a very difficult shot to make.
Absolutely.
Very difficult.
Especially at this level with this amount of pressure. It's difficult to pull off at home, let alone on a grand final stage.
So if you try this at home, 9 out of 10 times it will go outside, and the 10th one will be saved by the goalkeeper.
And it was only that one opportunity that Indonesia needed as Tel finds Sane. It's cleared away once more. Here's Joshua Kimmich. And you can hear the claps starting for Indonesia.
The drums
you can hear the drums.
Are not
and
from
Tel
the game.
may give them something more to shout about here. Here's Tel. And it's dispossessed by great defending by Matthias de Ligt. And Argentina, they need a response here. Here's Tel.
Toca Rey Molina.
Ball to Sadio Mane. What can he do here? Mane, double touch. Reads the defensive play very well. And Lucas Hernandez will take it clear. And again, I was talking to some of the players in regards to skill moves, and if you're anticipating the skill moves, they can be very easy to defend. You just be a little bit more conservative. Sabitzer to Tel. As a player in the box, will he go alone? Pulls it back, Sabitzer, Mane.
The
can he find the finish?
The goalkeeper!
It was manual keeping, expecting a shot from Mane, but it didn't come, and instead there's an extra pass, and it makes it so much easier for Indonesia to find the back of the net.
He's really outraged. He can't believe it. It's Indonesia 2, Argentina 0.
You can see that double touch from Tel, but you'll see here the pass goes across. The manual goalkeeper is inactive, and it's that flare over that Argentina anticipates going to take the shot. Instead, there's extra movement in the play, keeps that ball alive, finds the finish. Brilliantly played by Indonesia.
Two great players, 106 nations. We are at wonderful Indonesia in the biggest esports tournament that you may find, my friend. Stay tuned.
106 nations have made their way here to Bali. 72 in the category of eFootball. We are down to 2. One of them is Indonesia, the other one is Argentina. And at the moment, you have to say the advantage is with Indonesia.
Yeah, and it's a fair match. He had good
is.
opportunities. It was just one time that Rey Molina could shot clearly at target. Let's see if we can do it again.
Looking to just try and make their way forward instead, having that defensive mentality, as I've said, it kind of shores up your defense. It makes them a little bit more aware. It makes it a lot harder to break down, especially if you're playing long ball counter play style, as we see most of these players do. Neat stop there, and has drawn a foul in a very profitable place of the pitch. Now, if Argentina can make a profit of this, it is game on in game number 2.
Va por el tiro libre Kimmich. It's a free kick.
Keep your eyes peeled for fixed trajectory free kicks, for tricks plenty from this level of opponent. What way will he be going? It's in towards the goalkeeper's side, and it is saved. There was no manual goalkeeper there. If there had been there, it would have been a very easy opportunity, but instead Indonesia played the smart play there. Sabitzer onto Tel, it's a wonderful through ball. Tel dances away inside, makes the defender fall. Oh, and it's a controlled shot, and Tel scores again, and Indonesia are on their feet once more. What a finish from Indonesia, and as we say, sometimes the easiest way to play eFootball is the most simplest way to play eFootball. Low power on the shot, controlled, anticipating goalkeeper movement, and just finding it into a corner. Brilliant play from Indonesia.
And how important was having the goalkeeper at automatic mode at the free kick just before this play.
It's vital. If that goes in, it's 2-1 to Argentina. It's 2-1 to Indonesia, and the game resets again. Instead, it is now 3-0 to Indonesia in 36 in-game first half minutes.
And of course,
and there could be more here if they keep attacking. But Argentina need to find a response. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich forward to Sabitzer.
It was the quick goalkeeping that also let him build a quick reply to the match.
Very much indeed. And Indonesia seem to just be comfortable here. They are in that comfortable mode. They are 3-0 up. They don't have to push the issue. They don't have to push to try and get another goal. They have 3 goals in their back pocket, and it will be Ray Molina that will have to push.
Yes.
But again, that will cause gaps to appear. As we see, Tell is fouled.
He needs to change his game.
Needs to change up. We need a plan B or a plan C from Argentina. Otherwise, they will make this a very easy series for Indonesia. As we'll see, throw in, or free kick given, sorry, here. Here's Sabitzer to Kimmich. Kimmich forward to Goretzka. Indonesia looking for one more, looking to be dealing damage. It's going to be an offside. Give it the other way.
Offside.
As you'll see, just barely offside.
And Indonesia seems comfortable in this game, you know?
They do indeed. There is a great degree of comfort from Indonesia as Leon Goretzka plays it forward to Sadio Mane. Mane in towards Sabitzer. As you see, the ball cleared away. Once more, the ball just found it to touch, and not a useful use of possession from Argentina. You've got to get the ball on the floor, and you've got to start using it.
It's 3-0 for Indonesia. Indonesia in the white shirt, Argentina in the red shirt. Tell us, where are you looking this match from? Thank you very much, everybody, at the venue and at the live streaming.
Indeed, you can catch all the action on Twitch and YouTube if you're not here locally. But of course, if you are here locally, you can feel the atmosphere that is here. Half-time whistle goes. It is Indonesia 3, Argentina 0.
And if Indonesia wins this game,
they are on the hill.
Argentina will have to win the next 3 games in a row in order to be the champion of this tournament.
Absolutely. It will become a sudden death mode for Argentina. They will need all 3 games if they do not win here. Such is the best of 5 scenario that we have on offer here as Leroy Sané looks to get forward, finds Tell. Will they extend their lead? Indonesia. Tell makes his way inside. Great save. He could have just moved his goalkeeper a little bit more to the left, and that would have presented the opportunity for Tell. It's a big manual save from Argentina.
He closed the angle for good in this time.
Absolutely, he did brilliant save with the legs there.
And he keeps a light of hope. It's 3-0 for Indonesia.
And the key stat there, of course, we just briefly saw the stats in game. 63% possession to Indonesia. They have owned this football, and they continue to own this football.
That's a lot, my friend. Here we are with Weza FC from the UK. I'm Fierita Catalano from Argentina. Excuse my accent, but this is a diverse tournament and we are enjoying it very much.
Sometimes a clash of styles make the best of partnerships, as I would like to think we have found on commentary here this week in Indonesia, in Bali. But of course, it's all about the players here today.
Yes, they are the stars of this competition.
Absolutely, indeed.
And we are great fans and friends in some case of them because they're great people also. But let's get back to the game. It's Indonesia 3. It's Argentina 0.
It is indeed. The lion's
On the
share
second
of possession.
game, we're playing to the best of 5.
We are indeed. The lion's share of possession has ended up with Indonesia here. Ball going to go into the box here. Joshua Kimmich in towards Upamecano, headed on and cleared away. Only as far as Goretzka. Here's Marcel Sabitzer. Sabitzer takes a strike, and it hits the side netting.
So it's Indonesia, the one attacking and attacking and attacking, and being the protagonist of the game.
It is relentless from them. It is absolutely relentless from Indonesia. They, as you said before, are not giving any time to breathe.
Let's see if he can build a play, at least shot at target.
Yeah,
it's a foul?
There's an offside flag raised at the top of your screen, and it's just offside. The knee of the attacker just off. And again, Indonesia, as I said, as I will remind you, for those at home, for those locally, they don't need to push the issue here. They don't need to go and score any goals. They just need to keep that big donut of 0 in the corner. But Argentina will not go quietly here. They will still keep pushing. They will still keep probing. It's Sadio Mane. Mane plays a beautiful ball in, finds the ball into the box, goes to the dummy. It's Collision City in the box, but he's cleared away by Indonesia.
Once again, the central defender makes a starring role in this game. He saves his goal once again.
Here's Sadio Mane. Free kick on the edge of the box here.
Let's see if he has some play that he brought from home.
He's going to need something of that ilk. Ball goes short, ball goes back. It's Joshua Kimmich chipped over the box. It's a bit of a set play masterpiece. but he doesn't gather it quickly enough. And Manuel Neuer will smother that ball.
You know, it's difficult when you get the play, you get to the point, and it's just by centimeters that he couldn't finish that situation. And
Indeed.
he comes again.
Brilliant bit of skill to open up the play. No foul given, Marusic clears it.
He went for the foul.
He
didn't
he
get
looked
it.
to draw it.
Yeah.
But no foul given.
It's 60 virtual minutes going. He needs a goal right now if he wants to still be on the game. And this is wonderful for the game because Indonesia will have counter-attack options.
Absolutely, it just opens the game up. As
Yes.
we see in real football, if you see a team that is starting to try and get back into the game, they start to push players forward. It creates gaps and it creates opportunities. And as we've seen from Indonesia's play, they are happy to be under pressure. They are happy to take defensive pressure, and they are happy to turn that momentum back onto their opponent.
He still has the defense very tight.
Yeah, it's very deep, it's very tight. It won't allow anybody to really penetrate that penalty box. And so Argentina are going to have to find something really special here. So see substitutions on.
Substitution.
We have live audience here. Can you hear the people from Indonesia?
Yeah, we certainly can. It's a very good atmosphere here. Both teams represented by fandom here.
Podemos escuchar a los argentinos. Yes, we can, of course.
We can indeed. Although at the moment you feel they're slightly subdued of what they've seen so far. Here is Marusic who clears the ball forward to Tel. Tel to Musiala, as you can see, all out defence instructed by Indonesia. 60 minutes gone again. That will just mean, hey, I know I want to control this game. I know my defenders, I know my midfielders, they'll think more defensively if that is in play. Again, of course, on the flip side of that, slightly more attacking by Argentina. But again, it's that clash of styles. If you allow your defender to get back in shape, you'll see the white shirts here like a swarm of bees just trying to get that ball back. And as you see, they retain possession, they get it back. And it will cause more opportunities for Indonesia just to keep the ball and keep the clock ticking. The more it stays in play, the more that clock will tick down. Here is Tel to Musiala into Sadio Mane. Mane into Musiala. He's got Tel to make that intelligent run there.
And
Tel back to Mane.
Indonesia knows how to sleep the ball.
Indeed they do. Sadio Mane, double touch, dummy. Pulls the stop again. Just trying to find the right angle to play a pass. Finds it to Musiala. Double touch infield. Finds it into Tel. Tel looking back for a player. And instead he finds the red shirt of Matthias de Ligt.
He touched a little bit too much. You must watch. The time is not over yet. The match is not over yet.
It is not over indeed. Double touch by Argentina. It's just too much play. It's not anticipating the pressure that comes from Indonesia, and as a result, this ball will keep cleared away. 15 in-game minutes left. Top of your screen, as we'll see, game 2, we are in. You'll see the aggregate score of the games. Indonesia already have game 1. It could be game 2. Oh, that's a bit cynical.
I think,
and I can see several gestures of where's the card, and there it is. It is a red card. And there's an applause from the Indonesian support in the building.
But you know what? He had to do this because with the last times of the goalkeeper going outside the box, I think it's a risk well taken. It's a red card for Argentina. Now he has to rebuild his defense.
What was it you said the other day? It's an anger red card. It's a slide thrown in out of pure anger and frustration. Because Ray has not been able to import his gameplay onto this game, and it has been all Indonesia as it goes short to Tel. Again, Indonesia will look to, again, just try and put this game to sleep. Here's Tel. Nice little dribbling there. Again, no dummies were used. Sadio Mane with a neat little double touch. But he can't get the ball clear here. As ball goes forward. Advantage played by the referees. You saw both hands go out in play. Here is Leon Goretzka. Just a little bit too... It's a little bit too slow in that midfield phase if you're Argentina. Ball though quickened up here. It's a brilliant ball into the back post. Sadio Mane! Oh, we can't get the strike away.
It seems like this match is not the match that Ray Molina dreamed about.
It's sometimes not your day within eFootball, and this is one of those occasions for Argentina. 7 minutes plus a little bit of stoppage left here as Musiala will clear it away.
That's a play that he will surely convert any other time.
Any other time, but pressure will do funny things to people within eFootball. Here's Choupo-Moting, he avoids the tackle. Almost olays in the audience of cheers of every time that Indonesia touch the ball. And again, think about the environment you're in. You're in Indonesia, you're playing against an Indonesian, and you're surrounded by countrymen and women. That is pressure enough for any player.
And if that's not enough, your opponent tries to pass the ball and makes you go trying to get the ball, and you cannot get the ball.
You are almost chasing shadows here if you're Argentina. It is going to be game number 2 to Indonesia. They are on the hill. They will only need one more game from the potential 3 we're going to see today as Mane takes a double touch, takes a swerve around a defender. Choupo-Moting. And there is the final whistle. And it's greeted with applause by the Indonesian support.
Indonesia is the winner of game 2. There you can see Elga, there you can see Rey Molina. It's 2 games in a row. It's the best of 5. And here's the people. Look at the people waving the flags.
So many players here that
Look
are
at the
previously
fans.
in the tournament. You can see Go Iniesta, you can see Jose, you can see so many people in the audience who just want to see this final. And as you can see at the moment, Indonesia are absolutely running away with it.
Yes, of course. And you know, in the mind of the Indonesian player, this couldn't be better.
Yeah, it's the perfect start. It is the absolute perfect start. As we'll see in the highlights package here. If you are just joining us, you are catching up. We are in a best of 5 scenario. Indonesia took game 1 and they have taken game 2. As you'll see, ball down here to Leroy Sané. It's a wonderful finish that just opened up the game. Again, it's that anticipation of, oh, is there going to be an additional touch inside? Is it going to be a pass? No. Actually, sometimes instinct is best. You take the shot on. Sabitzer to Tell trying to go all the way on his own here, plays it back to Sabitzer. And it's this touch here. You see Mane, instead of shooting first time, turns in field.
Yes.
And that's what threw Argentina's manual goalkeeper. And it made it 2-0.
This was a good opportunity.
It's a good opportunity. It's trying to think about whether the goalkeeper is going to move in that scenario. If they do, of course, it's a free hit. But as you can see, Tell, again, proving his own manner. And sometimes, like I said, the simplest types of shots are the most effective.
Yes. That was old school.
Very much so. But it is that maturity, it's that level of gameplay which we have seen. And, you know, speaking to players around the venue, they're saying, well, it's simple, it's not overcomplicated. It is a little bit basic, but basic gets you to a final, and
yes.
basic gets you to on the hill.
No, and when everybody is doing the exactly the
same thing,
exact the same
it is
plays.
the one player who has done everything the opposite that has benefited the most here.
Exactly. So, if we have to make an analysis of why is Indonesia 2-0 in this series and why Indonesia way in this tournament was so fast and was so good, I think
you can see it here. The stats tell them themselves.
We must look at the style of this player.
Yes, absolutely.
He got the best of the old school style of eFootball, and he did it perfectly.
Yeah, and as we say, when we talk about old school, that's not a detriment. That's
No,
not a
of
bad thing.
course.
If anything, it's a throwback
Of
to what we
course,
have seen in
of
yesteryear.
course.
And again, you see at the stats here, the king of possession and the king of shots. There was only one for Ray.
Yes.
So,
yes.
and that was that free kick. There was no open play shots.
So when we are speaking of old school, we are speaking of having the ball, basically.
Absolutely.
In the latest tournaments, the players, the more modern players, if you will, they almost don't hold the ball. They just pass. He holds the ball, he makes some dribbling, he makes some good, misses, shows the ball, and the ball is here, now it's not more. And that's what we can explain.
It's that old magician's trick of 3 cups and 1 ball.
Yes.
They show you where it is, they move it about, and then it pops up somewhere you don't expect. And that is what we're seeing here. It's making, as you said, feints, it's misses, it's making your opponent be more aggressive than they want to be. And as a result, if they're chasing shadows, as we've seen here, pass the ball, keep the ball is the greatest way to get past an aggressive player.
And that's also a way of playing with your opponent's mind. Because when you do that kind of play, that style of game, of showing the ball, and almost letting him know that it's easy, to take the ball away from me, but then it's not.
Yeah.
You start to get mad.
And the thing is, though, is that if you don't have a lot of the ball, once you recover it, you have to hold on to it.
That's true.
Now, to put you in the scenario here, it's Indonesia back from left to right in the red. It's going to be Argentina from right to left in the white. If Indonesia take this game, it is a clean sweep, and they will be the World Esports Champions for eFootball 2023.
And what do you think at home? Do you want that this game goes to Indonesia and this tournament is over? Or do you want this game going to Argentina and we have at least one more?
And as my brother has just texted me to mention to me, he wanted me to tell you that I'm a master at best of 5. We used to have plenty of scrimmages when you played with family at home. Again, it's a lot of a different environment for this, but there's still the same type of rivalries that have there. But again, here, it's a whole nother level.
Exactly.
This is different than playing on your couch against family. This isn't playing online. This is offline tournaments at their very, very best.
So, do you like to play games like this? Perhaps next year we may have you here. Yeah, I'm talking to you in Birmingham, you in Indonesia, you in Argentina, you in Brazil, you in Mexico. Perhaps for Mexico it was a short stay, this tournament. So if you're watching from home, next time you can be here. People from Spain, of course, in the chat as well. Thank you very much for being there. So this is the third match. If Indonesia wins this game, he will be the world champion.
Indeed. We are at the 14th World Esports Championships. As we have alluded to and mentioned already, we started off with 72 nations in eFootball. It was the largest represented category at this tournament. We are down to 2. It is the hosts, Indonesia. It is the Bulldog, Argentina. As Tel tries to make his way through to make that opening, but it is cleared away once more. An early start is what is required by Indonesia, but also Argentina. First goal in this game is pivotal to either survival or to victory.
So Indonesia in the red, Argentina in the white. Be careful.
See, into the box, it's Tao! And the crowd erupts once more.
They are dancing, they are jumping. Rey Molina can't believe it.
Gesturing for something, but instead it is Indonesia who take the lead.
Look at his face.
It's shock. What do I do?
I can't believe it.
What do I
can't
do?
believe it.
It's the sense of what do I do? How do I counter this? It is again, in terms of the breakdown here, the pass just holds off that defender, just too aggressive with Pavard. Finds the cut, it back into Tel, and Tel finds the finish.
And as by now, this tournament is having a local champion.
They will indeed. They will have a new host nation and home hero if they can benefit and get this game 3 over the line.
It's
7 minutes gone. It's very early. There's still a lot of time. So Indonesia fans in the audience, hold your horses. There still is time for twists and turns.
I think that Rey Molina only made a goal in this series. Just one.
He's only got the one, which was in game number 1. As you can see, though, that feels a decade ago. As we see, ball goes into the box. It's Tel on the strike! Manifested by Ferita. It is Argentina's equalizer.
Empata Rey Molina, los saluda su gente. Ahí están los jugadores de Deva.
Ask and you shall receive, my friend. Argentina have their equalizer. This now sets up a very, very intriguing game of eFootball.
Yes, because as these games don't have extra time, if everything keeps like this, which is very difficult to happen, we are going to a penalty shootout.
Indeed, and that will provide its own type of tension, as we've seen so much over the last games and days of competition here at the World Esports Championships. As you see, the ball gets cleared and it is going to be a throw-in for Indonesia. As a reminder at home, it is the best of 5, it is uniform stats, and there is only officially licensed teams in play. So that is why we are seeing Bayern Munich as the ball goes through. And the suggestion,
it's 2-0.
It is 2-0, as you'll see, just above the top left-hand corner of the screen. They will keep you abreast of all of the games played so far. At the moment, we are potentially going to a penalty shootout, but both teams will look to try and finish this in regulation. Here's Sadio Mane. Mane takes the turnaround of the defender, plays it to Leroy Sané. Sané back into Tel.
Good defending.
Brilliant defending from Ray Molina.
It looks like
Sadio Mane.
He changed a little bit his style of playing, and here he comes.
Here it comes again. It's Leroy Sané into the box looking for that Mantel. It is cleared away. Here's Marcel Sabitzer. Cleared away. Once more again, it's broken down in transition. Argentina have found that little bit of aggression that we've been looking for, but it's that controlled aggression. You need to have control. When you press at the right moments.
Yes.
It's timing and patience, as you said before. And that goes on the defensive side of the ball as well as the offensive side of the ball.
And I was hearing people shouting, por arriba, por arriba. That means aerial play, aerial play. That's what the friends are saying here. Let's see.
Let's see if that gets played on as Upamecano will clear that ball away. Is Sadio Mane, Indonesia looking dangerous with every possession. Back heel to Goretzka. Goretzka down the line to Sadio Mane. It's cleared away again by Matthias de Ligt. He has been critical to that Argentine defence in the early going of this game.
Good body playing.
Ball through to Tell. Finds Joshua Kimmich. Leroy Sané. Double touch infield and it's knocked away, but it's still made its way through. Here's Kimmich to Sané. Back to Joshua Kimmich. Will the ball go aerial here? Brought down, nothing given, and it goes for a goal kick. Argentina appealing for a penalty, not given.
Yes, yes. Because he needs to have small steps and secure steps. That's what I think we are seeing, that delay on the last part of the pitch.
Absolutely well indeed. Here's Leroy Sané. Turned away to corner ball. Indonesia have a corner. 30 in-game minutes gone. Again, the tension here is palpable.
It's amazing. And for those in Europe, we're here with 30 degrees at night.
Don't tell my family that they are freezing back at home. Here is Sabitzer. Forward to Upamecano, and it's cleared away once more. Here's Sadio Mane. Mane and Argentina looking to take charge here. They wait and they play, and they wait and they play. Good win territorially of a throw in there from Ray Molina. What can be done from Argentina's perspective? As the ball looks to be cleared, but it's a bad clearance there. What can be done if you are Argentina?
Yes.
Ryan Gravenberch, the Dutchman, tries a beautiful through ball, but it's cleared away by Lucas Hernandez.
And today I heard an interview, a Ray Molina interview, and he said that he's okay with penalties. He's comfortable at the penalties.
That's fine if he's comfortable, but he's got to get there first.
Yes, of course.
As we see here, the ball just going flying forward again. Again, it's dispossession. It's slack passing, which is giving away the ball here at will. It is going to be the player that takes that, almost that deep breath and just calms down. As you see the ball go through. But again, as we say, on a main stage, with lights on, with the sun down, that adrenaline, with people in front of you, that adrenaline shouting, is coursing through your veins.
Beating drums, dancing, jumping.
You need ice-cool temperament. You need ice in those veins. You don't need adrenaline, you need ice. As we see, Tell to Sabitzer. To Tell, has a runner. It's Leroy Sané. It's Indonesia on the attack here. Sané, what can he do here? Here's Tell, back to Sané. Sané, again, it's a neat little takeaway from the defender. Great read from Ray Molina. He's seen that one before. As Argentina will clear that ball forward. Here's Ryan Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Sadio Mane. Mane in towards Gravenberch once more. Has Tell once again ahead of him.
It's a
whistle goes for an offside.
Offside.
Indeed, it does.
It's the last part of the attack.
Yep.
The ones that presents problems for the Argentinian player.
And that's where that phase is. It's that most critical. Once you have that pass into Tell,
yes.
So long as he is onside, you have advanced runners. You can create all of the chaos that you want. As we see Goretzka, beautiful ball. It's found Sané, who was onside critically, but half-time is there, and we go in level here.
Yes, this match was really more even than the ones that we saw before.
Absolutely, we've seen a lot more from Ray Molina, and we've seen Argentina be a little bit more progressive. We've seen Indonesia be a little bit more reserved. They'll be a little bit more cagey, but they may come out of the trap second half.
But look how much people do we have here at the venue.
It's crazy to see the support here. We are talking of hundreds of people who are sitting down to watch this festival of football action. As we see, it's Tell. Goretzka looking back for Tel, but Kimmich intercepts it. Sabitzer. Sabitzer plays a beautiful ball forward. Leroy Sané has men in the middle. Tel peels back. He was looking for that ball into feet, not the run by beyond.
It's Indonesia in the red, Argentina in the white.
Argentina looking to defend with everything they've got here. Here's Marcel Sabitzer. Sabitzer into Leroy Sané. Only one of these players can be the champion of the World Esports Championships. As we see in the top left-hand of your corner, or top left-hand corner of your screen, it is 1 goal apiece here in game number 3, and it is 2-0 for Indonesia. Argentina, though, on the advancement. It's Tel. Great defending from Indonesia.
It's a corner kick. He went for the penalty.
It's a goal kick.
No, it's a goal kick.
That's
it's not a corner.
It's a goal kick. It was great defending. It was ricocheting it off that attacker and getting it out of play. It's a goal kick. Really good play again from Indonesia. Here's Sabitzer to Sané, to Sabitzer. Sabitzer to Tel. Back to Sadio Mane. He has a runner in Tel. Mane might go alone. He's fainted. He's gone alone. Oh, it's at the post. Tel. He taps it home. And Indonesia.
And he says,
take the lead once more.
Yes, I'm here. He says,
I can see Suze. I can see cheering. I can hear drums. I can hear clapping. And I can see flags waving for Indonesia. How to keep your attention to that second opportunity. The first chance went by, it hit the post, we all thought it was in, but to keep your composure and relax and take this opportunity, when it falls your way, you have to take them, and Indonesia have right here.
And sometimes luck plays a very big role. I'm not saying that the Indonesia player was not great, because he is great and he's having a great match, but in this case, the ball goes to the post and it finds Tel there standing by himself.
All alone in the redwood forest as he was. And again, we said our formula, again, for those who may not know it, our esports eFootballer formula is mentality plus skill plus luck. You have to have those moments of luck in games like this, in scenarios like this. But having those moments of luck, you have to have, as you said, patience, timing. You have to have accuracy, and that's everything that is within Elga.
And a little bit of luck.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of luck.
Yeah, where we've got mentality, skill, and luck, you can also add a little bit more luck in at the end as well. It's a double dose of luck is what you may need here.
So there we see some of the Spanish-speaking players.
Number 10.
Ray Molina, some substitutions.
Some substitutions that we've seen in play, some changes in game plan, just a little bit of tweaking here and there. As you can see, bottom of your screen, you'll see, as you said, in that attacking or in that kick-off phase, there will be all-out defence. Instead of being any balanced or any type of progression, they're just looking to sit back, nullify that, and then go.
And in terms of analysis, I think that Indonesia dominating the match was never questioned.
Well, they were certainly a little bit more conservative in the first half, but as we said, that first half team talk may have just done the difference here as they come out with 60 in-game minutes on the clock here, and it's 2-1 in game to Indonesia, but it crucially is 2-0 in the series. If they can find a ball here, it's Sadio Mane, on-rushing goalkeeper, Mane, surely! It's Neuer again at fault, but it is Indonesia keeping their cool.
And once again, there was never a risk. I think this match has a clear protagonist, and that's Indonesia. Once again, fast players, fast touches, deep balls, and that may explain why this match is being the third match in a row being won by Indonesia.
It is a winning mentality that Indonesia have brought to this place. And again, as we said about Indonesian esports as a whole, they take their games very seriously, as we spoke about, as we alluded to earlier. There's been other finals where Indonesia have made the finals, and of course, I can't keep across every one of the esports here, but I've been trying to take in some of the culture and some of the
look
things
at the phones,
we see there,
look at the phones.
lighting up the phones.
Look at the audience.
Verita may want to borrow one of those after this.
Oh, why not?
Certainly so, but as you can see, Esports Indonesia in the center of your screen, you can see the Roy smile of Ray Molina, I think he knows that he's just been outplayed here.
Yes, he knows. I think he can't complain. This was not bad luck, for sure.
But it just goes to show that you can play this game of eFootball more than one way. You can play in different phases. We've seen a little bit more of skill of Indonesia today in terms of that double touches and super cancels. But they've developed their game. They are starting to throw those situations in, but they know they have multiple game plans here.
This gives me hope also in facing the new tournaments that are coming by, that people may realize that there is not just one robotic way to play.
It is not a cookie cutter. It is not just one uniform way to play eFootball. There are multiple ways to skin the eFootball cat, as it were, as we see Indonesia potentially with another opportunity here. They're going to go short to Lucas Hernandez. At this point, Fenita, if you are Indonesia, I'll ask you a question. If you were a player, when do you start to kill the game? When do you start to drain that clock as Musiala plays the ball? Sadio Mane, dubbing at the edge of the box.
I think I'm doing exactly what Helga is doing. Playing the ball, showing it around, giving a little bit of show. I would say goodbye to the tournament, giving show football.
Indeed it is. It's a booking there, and it's a free kick in a rather non-threatening position for Argentina. And again, Indonesia will be happy to give that type of free kick away. It'll allow their team to form up. And again, they are on all-out defence at the bottom of your screen, which means they will be looking to put up that red defensive wall that we have seen so often from teams using Bayern Munich in this competition.
Do you think we may have some tricks, some showboat here? What do you think?
There may be some tricks, but there may be some more goals, and there may be a reply here from Argentina. But again, as you see, swarming in packs, just drowning Argentina's attack in defenders.
Excellent play by Helga, by the local player.
Indeed, he has been such good entertainment here. Here's Sadio Mane. Again, just draining the play a little bit more, draining the clock. It's Musiala. Looks to go forward here. He sees that there's an offside trap, knows he can't play the ball straight away, and instead tries to play it forward. Now, interesting, bottom of your screens, all-out attack, 9 minutes left to go here. It is going to be now or never for Argentina. And on this occasion, it's never, as the ball goes wide to Mane. The clock is still ticking.
I think that Indonesia victory was never at risk.
Indeed, as you can see, they know, they know.
What are we seeing?
They know they're okay. They know they have the time. They know they have the goals. They know they have the mentality to see this game out. Mane looks to be potentially heading for the corner. It's what you would do at this type of avenue of the game. You'd look to kill the game off, but this is more and more looking as a clean sweep for Indonesia.
I would like to see some roulette, some
as we
nice
said,
stuff, not gritty.
Sometimes it needs to be gritty.
But look at the clock, Weza, look at the clock.
I know, but sometimes it is right to kill the game.
I can't believe this.
It's a little bit unfashionable, but it's what gets the job done. Indonesia won't care. They have done their stylish bit. They have scored 3 goals, and they have potentially won 3 games.
But are you saying goodbye from the tournament with this kind of play? You're the champion.
It's the champion, but his goals have told the story as the ball looks to be squirmed free. A little bit of a rainbow flicker, maybe a flurry from Argentina. And there goes the final whistle, and you can hear the applause, and you can see almost a mosh pit that has developed right in front of the stage. It is Indonesia with the clean sweep over Argentina.
We have a world champion, and that is Indonesia!
Fantastic. You can see what it means to Elga. He has came through all of the trials. He has came through all of the tests.
And you know, Ray Molina is very proud. He's showing his flag.
Absolutely.
He came second out of more than 70 players, second in the world.
Absolutely. A credit to Argentina. Might I add, Ray Molina, he has a new fan here in me for his gameplay. Credit to Argentina, but it is Indonesia's night. It is Indonesia's game, and it is Indonesia's World Esports champion.
And we have a champion. Thank you very much, Indonesia, for having us here. Thank you very much, IESF. And we have our host ready at the stage.
Once again, Indonesia!
Indonesia!
Our champion here, best of 5 series, but he defeated Argentina with 3-0. Clean sweep, but good game, well played for Argentina. Nice try, and here we go. This is our champion, Indonesia!
Elga, everybody, once again, please give a round of applause for Indonesia!
Elga!
Congratulations, Elga, joining us right now. Wow, what a play.
This is so emotional. I saw you crying back there. What happened? Can you tell us the story behind this tournament for you?
Gimana?
Jadi
How do
gimana?
you
Ini
feel?
kan
How do you
emosional
feel?
banget kan. Aku lihat kamu sampai nangis, Elga, di belakang sampai terharu. Gimana
Exactly.
perjalananmu di turnamen ini IESF?
Susah berkata-kata ya, Mbak.
Panjang ya perjalanannya ya.
It's a long way, of course, for Elga. But how do you feel? How do you feel and how this winning means to you?
Pastinya sangat senang lah bisa juara di IESF ini. Ini kemenangan saya persembahkan untuk masyarakat Indonesia semua dan teman-teman yang sudah mendukung dan mendoakan saya selama ini.
Wow! Okay.
This
very
win is
excited
for you,
for all
everyone
of you
in
guys.
Indonesia. This is for you, for the supporter all over Indonesia.
Wow, Elga. So, what the unforgettable moment you have in this competition? Apa yang momen yang paling
The most memorable.
momen yang paling lo nggak bisa lupain di pertandingan ini?
You are so strong
Saya
in this
berhasil menang
tournament.
3-0 langsung.
Oh, okay. Winning 3 points straight ya?
Iya,
Wow,
itu yang
oke,
nggak bisa
oke.
dilupain. Tapi Elga, kamu pernah melawan Argentina sebelumnya, tapi kali ini kamu benar-benar bisa dibilang ngebabat habis.
Ya.
Apa yang kamu sudah lakukan untuk grand final ini? Persiapannya gimana sih?
Mungkin lawannya grogi ya.
Oh, okay.
Bisa.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I asked him, what did he prepare for this grand final? And it's so different with final upper bracket. And he said probably Argentina is kind of nervous here.
Kind of nervous here, like because we have so many people right here who supporting for both teams, either Indonesia and Argentina. Once again, let's give them a round of applause, guys. Yes.
Elga, maybe once again, the last thing, any words for your supporter or your family probably?
For all of your
Ada
fans.
kata-kata untuk keluarga, supporter, atau orang spesial
Atau
untuk
teman-teman.
Elga?
Ya.
Terima kasih yang sebesar-besarnya saya ucapkan karena sudah mendukung dan mendoakan kami sehingga kami berhasil bisa menjadi juara di IESF ini. Terima kasih banyak guys. I love you semua.
Thank you so much and love you. Once again, Elga everybody.
Indonesia!
Wow.
Mau angkat? Kuat gak? Sini
Come on.
mic-nya saya ini. Bersama dengan delegasi kali, mau angkat? Oh. Pada mau take a picture. Let's go. Di tengah. Okay. Please. Remember.
So, at the count of 3 ya guys ya, okay? Let's try.
Oh yes. Udah di sini
Iya.
cukup? Sampai? Cukup?
1,
Pelan-pelan.
1, 2, 3. Once again, Indonesia, Elga has become the champion of the eFootball ISF 14 World Esports Championship Bali 2022.
We're proud of Elga, of course, and he did really well. He fought really well, and this is just so amazing. Once again, congratulations.
Congratulations, Elga.
Of
Thank you
course,
so much.
On the Earth States, it hasn't done yet. We have another final match.
Exactly. We still have another grand final for Tekken 7. So we'll take a short break first and then we will be right back for the grand final of Tekken 7. So stay with us. I'm Darius Drew.
And Clara Star, stay tuned.